Hey guys, and welcome back to this video. So now it's time to take an assignment. You can pause the video, recreate a project, and the project name was Understanding the React Native. Uh, in the previous section, we learned that how exactly the functions, how exactly the importing the functions are actually working. In this video, we are going to be understanding the styles. Okay, so flags and some of more component that we need to understand. I will talk it in this video. So just be prepared, pause the video, recreate a project, and this is our new project. All right, so we are going to work with this. First, let's run our application so that we can understand how exactly the applications are actually going to be working. So I'm just going with npm start. You can we have another choices as well. If you are using a expo.dev website to create an Android application, you don't need to npm start. Okay, so what I do, I just literally going to be delete all the things. Okay, let me just delete all the things. And here first we import the React. Second, we are creating a default function, so we are going to be export. Okay, we have another methods to export default function app. So this is our function of app, and in that particular function we are going to be return a particular division tag, but not division tag. We are going to be returning something, and here is our view. So now what we're gonna do is import empty object from React Native, and now in this empty object we can pass whatever we wanted to import in our React Native thing. So we are just importing view, text, or any other thing. I want to import style sheet there, v1 style sheet, and now here I'm going to return view into it. All right, now let's save this and let's check this out, how exactly we can work with the Android. So I just press A so that I can open the Android, and let's just wait for some time to get an Android emulator on the side, so that our application can run this particular app onto the Expo. So we can see, so we need to wait for some time. A new update is available, so it's downloading the new updates. So I hope this is going to be little bit crazy ever. Now what we're gonna do is that we are going to be view this component, like we are going to be designing it from scratch. Okay, now we just import a React, we just import some of the things which we required, and next we create a function which contains and returns a view. But we haven't decided what kind of height, what kind of width the view which we was containing. So we need to understand those as well. We need to give them a height and width. And as I said, if you wanted to style this component, what you need to do is just says style double curly braces, and here you can just pass flex 1 so that it will put his height and the width as 100%. Right, we know those things as well. So here what we're gonna do is just save it, and let's see the changes that we're gonna see here. But we haven't seen any changes. Why is that? Because we are returning a view, but we haven't decided like background color or even anything else. So we need to do that. So for that we can do this with background color. Now background color will be like light blue. Save this. You can see now it's changing. So now our application is working. By just passing a view, we can't be able to see those things. Like if we just save it, we can see it just the screen with just a white screen. We haven't get any sense of it. So to use that, we need to assign some of the styles, right? So let's see how we're gonna use a style in a different variable. So here is RNNS, so that I can create a const style, but let's just delete all the things. I'm just using a shortcuts to create an app. You need to use a shortcuts as well. Const styles is equals to style sheet. You can pass any name which you wanted to go for, but just understand that you need to use the name which we are going to be using here. when we creating a style component. Okay, style sheet dot create, and here we are passing an object. Now inside that particular object we can pass any name which you wanted to give to this view. We can pass container, and inside that container we can pass styles. Now what kind of styles we want to give? First flex one, so that we can select the full height and full width, right? And the next, which is background color. uh, okay, it's totally depend on you what exactly the background color you wanted to go for. I'm just going for pure white color. I know this is also a white color, but since for some of the changes we need to go for white as well. Now next, what we want to pass here is that, let's say, align items. Okay, as I said, we are going to be understanding the whole styles. So align items, we are passing into the center. Now that's it. Now what we're gonna do here, we are going to be style. How to apply it? It's very easy. Inside a previous video we are going to be talk about that. We also learn that how exactly things are actually going to be working. So I just applied the style here, but we can see there is nothing inside the center. Why it's not? Because we haven't created anything inside a view. So we need to create something inside the view so that we can understand align items are working or not. So for that, what I want to do is that, let's say, yeah, we can go for text. Sorry, text. But for to use the text, we need to import it. Now, import inside a React Native is really hard to understand, but you will understand it by watching the error or yeah, something else. So, hello React Native, save it. If I just save it, you can see that hello React Native is on the center. So our align item center is working pretty fine. It just containing the full width, and it contains the width of center. Okay, it's not containing the height of a center. We want to get hello React Native at the middle of the sign. So what exactly we need to do? We have a property called as justify content, and the property which is go for center. Now we can see the hello React Native is onto the center. Now it's really gonna fun actually, right? So what exactly we can do here? We can apply some style for a text as well. Okay. Now whether I go for align items into the center, we have another properties as well, like a flex start. So it will go to the start. Did you understand it? It is going to the start, and if I go for the end, flex end, then it will go for the end. We have another properties as well. You can just check that out, like a stretch. Now this property is also going to be working. Stretch, and then and baseline. Okay, I haven't used the baseline yet. It just I haven't used it yet right now, but sometime it may be helpful once we try to understand it. But what we're gonna go for is just the center part. Okay, now here is the point. Here is our text, right? Now inside the text we can go for flex directions as well. So let's understand it. Let's see the text. So I'm just creating a new property, text1, and inside the text1 I can see the color of it. You can see the error which is showing here. I need to get a comma there so that I can create a new object. Color is like let's say blue. Text1 is blue, and let's apply the style to the text. So styles dot text1, save it. You can see the color of a text, which is great. Now I'm just gonna copy this and paste it for some time, and then here I can go for text 2. Let's text 3, and let's go for a comma there so that we can understand it properly. And now here is the point, text 2 and text 3. Let's go for color in a different shape, like this color would be proper black. So I'm gonna say black, and here let's say green. Save it, and let's see the changes. Okay, you can see there is a changes. Now what we gonna trying to do here, we are just putting it into the center. but we haven't decided what kind of flex we are. Unfortunately, the flex direction would be on column. So 1 2 3, one by one will be fetched. But what if you wanted to get on a row? So how are we going to change the direction of it? So we have a property called as flex direction, so that we can change the uh, direction of a flex. And if I put the row and just save it, you can see all the things are actually going on to the row. Did you understand it? It's really easy actually. We are going to be understanding the property of flex direction. Okay, now let's go for delete it. Let's go for justify content into the center and just put to the start. So it will go on to the top of the thing. If I go for the end, we are actually when we saw the align items, we all understood that flex end and flex start. I hope you do get my point. And then now let's understand the space around and space between. What exactly mean of a space around? It will just go all the text, or you can say all the component which is inside that particular view, which will give the space around it. Save it, save it. You will see all the spaces are actually going to be applied for these components, and space between will work similar, but it will put all the components will differently, like this way. First component will go to the top, second component will the bottom, and third which is on the middle center. Okay, space between, and there is one more is space evenly. It will work as similar like a space, I think space around, right? But yeah, sometimes you can use those components as well. It will be really helpful for you as well. Okay, so we are going to be understanding flex direction, align items, justify content. But there is one more property called as align self and text align, text vertical. You will get idea when we are actually using it. But for now, we just understanding the basic things about it. So align self will be also work with flex start, and save it. You can see this now. It just align self means for just that particular component, we can self it as a flex start. If he wanted to go for flex end, obviously he can save it. It will go for the flex end. Now in the third text, if I want to go for align self at the you can say at the flex start, it will be go for flex start as well. You can see there is a lot more things actually presented inside the flex box. If you have a knowledge of a CSS, then it will actually going easiest for you. But if you don't have knowledge, that don't worry, it will be much more similar, and it will be go very easy once we try to build some projects into it. Okay, so don't worry how we're gonna create a const variable for the styles, how we're gonna apply it. I hope that you might be able to understand right now. And don't worry if you don't understand. Once we try to create some basic and advanced of the projects, I will definitely say that you're gonna crash it. You're gonna learn it, and you're gonna build your own projects with this. So don't try to worry about it. Okay, just understand a few concepts like what is the flex one, flex directions, what does the align items, and justify content, what exactly does by the align self. There is a lot more properties exactly into it, like align content, align accept ratio, background color, border colors, and all those components. If you have a CSS knowledge, it will be great to understand all this. But if you don't have knowledge, then I need to say that you need to get a basic knowledge of a CSS as well. But if you wanted to learn it, then you can just comment down below. I will try to upload some of the videos basically on CSS, so that you can able to understand it. Okay, I hope are you excited for this? Let me just save it, and let's meet up in the next one. All right.